Hello, my name is Jackelyn Ho, and welcome to your third trimester hip opening yoga. So we are in the final trimester. It's intense. We might be tired. Things might be growing in the belly, but that's all because good things are coming and baby is coming real soon. So if you're looking to get prepared for labor, for birth, and you want to make sure that your hips are open and ready for all the things to come ahead, this is the perfect yoga flow for you. All you're going to need is yourself, your yoga mat, and also if you have a yoga block that you can use, that would be great. We're going to do a little bit of work there too. And plus, as we are growing this baby, it's nice to have options to help bring the earth a little bit closer to us as we flow. So when you're ready, grab your things and let's head onto the mat. All right, friends, let's get started. We're going to begin in a wide child's pose. So a couple options here, knees come out, toes come in. You're just gonna go ahead and let your belly come through your thighs, and you can rest your head on your hands here. If it's comfortable to reach forward in the child's pose, you can. Optional too, if you have like a pillow or something nearby of a bolster style, you can also rest right onto it just like this. So you choose what makes the most sense for you. That's not why this pillow exists, but it's pretty good use for it. So whenever you're ready, come to that wide child's pose, and then just go ahead and rock your hips side to side, just like this. Allow yourself to melt a little bit deeper into that child's pose. Good, maybe lift your chest side to side, just kind of a couple things that you think might feel good. When you're ready, you're going to settle into that child's pose. Just go ahead and fully relax. Maybe close your eyes and start to bring attention to your hips. See how they feel. Are they tight? Do they feel loose? Or how are they feeling? Good. And your goal here today in class is to work with your body, to allow yourself to just mindfully get into these poses. During pregnancy, we have a lot of a hormone called relaxin, which means we might be a little more bendy, a little bit more flexy than normal. So we don't want to push it too far to the extreme. We really want to be mindful of our boundaries here in this flow and in real life. One more big breath wherever you are. Good. And then slowly peel yourself all the way up. And then walk those knees in back towards each other. And just go ahead and roll those shoulders forward a few times. It's just checking on our dog. She's here with us today. And then reverse those shoulders a couple of times. Good. Awesome. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to start to open up our hips, and there's a couple different levels to the pelvis. We have the top, mid, and lower part. And so each one of our hip opening exercises will tap into different parts of that hip, because when baby comes, baby's changing positions, and as we move, we can guide baby more comfortably down, as comfortable as we can. So we want to make sure our hips are open in different ways, not just maybe the classic hip opener that you might think of, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our block and we're gonna go ahead and place it under one of our knees / shins. So we're doing an offset stance here. And then what you wanna do is just go ahead and come into that cat-cow, just like you normally would, but just a little bit offset. Inhaling as you look up, let that belly drop. And then exhale, chin to chest, round that spine. Good. So we're just providing some movement here in our spine and through our hips. Take your time, use your breath. Make sure to listen to your body. I'm here to guide you and give you as much direction as possible, but ultimately I'm not there with you. So you choose what you need, what you want. When you're ready, go ahead and maybe wag your hips around as well. Good. Just kind of start to get into those hips. And then maybe add some C curves to the side, some spinal rolls. Just something a little bit different. Good. When you're ready, go ahead and slide that block to the other leg. And then same thing, we'll start with that cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops, look up. And exhale, round out the spine. Inhale, belly drops, look up. And exhale, round. Bye, puppy. Good. If it feels good to keep your eyes closed here, that's great. Whatever is calling to you. Good, and then now go ahead and wag those hips around. Shake, shake, shake. Awesome. Good. Maybe some curves, some spinal rolls, whatever you've got. Good. And then go ahead and bring it back to the center. Go ahead and remove that block. When you're ready, go ahead and take that right arm up to the sky. Nice gentle twist. And then go ahead and take that right arm, peel it under, tap the left shoulder. Good, 2 more times. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tap. 1 more lift. And tap. Good. Place that right hand down. Left arm comes up. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tap the right shoulder. 2 more times. We want to make sure we find that mobility through the spine. All of it is connected. All of it makes, it's just a design. Last one, and then go ahead and come back. So working the spine also plays into opening up those hips as well. When you're ready, keep those hands shoulder width apart, and if this is comfortable for you, come into downward dog, hands shoulder width, feet hip width. If that does feel intense for any reason, you can always come into that wide child's pose. So totally up to you. Wherever you are, take a couple deep breaths, maybe pedal out those heels a little bit. Good, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Awesome. From here, go ahead and walk your feet all the way to the top of the mat. Take a wider stance than you normally would because we have a belly here. So you want to give some space. Maybe find slight bend in those knees. Relax those arms. Shake up the head, yes. Shake up the head, no. Good. And then bend those knees if they're not already bent and slowly roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Head is the last thing to come up. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Big stretch. And then exhale, dive it all the way forward. Good. Slide your hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten the back. Look forward, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, fold it down. From here, you're going to take your left leg back and come into a nice long lunge. If you have your blocks, you can also use them right here. Place it to the inside of the right foot, and then just gently rock yourself forwards and backwards. You can use the block on any side you'd like. This is low, medium, high, tall, whatever you want to call it. Or if we were doing Starbucks, it's like, I don't even remember, tiny something grande. Go ahead and bring yourself here, and then go ahead and release that back knee to the ground. If you have your block, go ahead and bring it to the tall side, and then just lift yourself up. If you have 2 blocks, maybe hold it 1 to either side of you and bring those shoulders right above those hips. If you don't have blocks or you feel good without it, you just take your hand onto that thigh, not the knee, just the thigh, or hands to your heart. And remember what I said, we have extra relaxant in our body right now, so you don't want to overstretch here. You just want to kind of find that nice comfy place where you feel good. We don't want to cause any strain or anything uncomfortable. So just kind of breathe into it. Allow yourself to come to a comfy place. Good, 1 more big breath here. Inhale and exhale. Good. From here, all you're gonna do is place your hands back to the inside of your foot and coming to our lizard pose, one of my favorite hip openers, and I'll come sideways so you can see me a little bit better. You're just gonna take this right knee, you're just gonna open it up and then close it back in. That's it. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And again, if you have your block, you can always hold on to it right here. This is one of my favorite dynamic postures. You'll see it in a lot of my flows because I just feel like it does wonders for the hips. Couple more. Good. Keep that posture throughout the rest of your body. Lengthen your spine. Good. And then go ahead and bring it back to the center. And actually, I lied. Open it up one more time. And then go ahead and take your right hand to your right thigh and just gently open up that thigh a little bit more to give more space for the hip. And then maybe, if it feels good, just a tiny little twist to the side. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. One more inhale. One more exhale. Go ahead and close that foot back up. And then when you're ready, maybe straighten it out for a nice little half split. Stretch through the hamstring. Again, if you have blocks, you're gonna place them on either side of your foot. And then hold right here. Try to square those hips, lengthen that spine. If your belly is bellying, high sides and come forward. Everything has an option. Everything, we can make it work. If I forget to cover an option and you have questions, place them down in the comments. Excuse me. And I will get to you as soon as I can. I want to make sure that this flow is comfortable for you, wherever you are in your pregnancy. All right, friends, when you're ready, bend that front knee. And I'm just gonna readjust myself so I'm back aligned with my mat. And then go ahead and step the left foot all the way up, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, sweep it over to the right side. Get a nice side body stretch. Inhale up and exhale, switch. Good. Inhale up and then cactus those arms. Exhale, open up that heart. Good. From here, take those hands to the lower back. Support that low back. Roll those shoulders together and just give me a tiny little heart opener here. Nothing too strenuous, nothing too crazy. We just want to get our hearts open. One more inhale and exhale. Good. Slowly ease your way out of that. Inhale, arms lift, straight up tall. And then exhale, forward fold. Hands to shin, inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine and exhale, release. Very good. From here, take the right leg back this time. Nice long, wide lunge. Make any adjustments as you need. We're gonna start with the knee off the ground so we can stay dynamic. Same thing, new side. We gotta even it out. Or else baby's gonna come through and be like, one side is real open and the other side I can't get my shoulder through. Good, keep breathing. Again, making sure to be mindful of how deep you stretch. And then when you're ready, bring yourself to stillness here. Lift yourself all the way up into that low lunge. Hands wherever they may go. Blocks if you want them. It's up to you, my friends. I hope you're feeling good today. I hope things are going swimmingly. I definitely woke up today a little bit more on the tired side, but I knew you were gonna be here, so here is me mustering strength. When you're ready, go ahead and bring those hands back down to the center of the mat, block or mat. And then if you feeling good, go ahead, open up that knee, open up that foot. Woo! This side is tight. Close it on up. Couple more of these at your own pace. Try to match it with the breath. Good, lengthen that spine. Remember, we're working on opening the hips, but we're also trying not to compromise any other part of our body. So if you find yourself like this, a little wonky, just a little readjustment. That's all. Good, maybe we do about 2 more. And then on that last one, hold it all the way out. One hand to the ground, right hand to the ground, left hand grabs the thigh like, boo. And then you open up that thigh, maybe a little twist through the upper back. Yes, very good. Keep breathing. Awesome. Go ahead and close that on up, and then gently straighten out that front leg. Gently, that would be a good word for, Nolly, it's okay, come here. The doorbell always rings when I'm doing yoga class. I don't know why. I know, it's okay, come here. There's someone at the door, but we're not gonna get it right this second, okay? Thank you. I know, I heard it. Awesome, friends. When you're ready, go ahead and step those feet together, top of the mat, nice little forward fold. Look how happy she is. Inhale, reach those arms up. Big stretch. And then exhale off to one side. Good. Inhale, lift. And exhale, other side. Good. Inhale, lift. And then cactus those arms open. Good. Inhale to the center. And exhale, arms come back in. All right, now all you're gonna do here is you're gonna just take a big step to the back of your mat and then come to the length of your mat, however you need to, so we can still see each other. Wide-legged stance right here. Toes pointing to the corner, heels come in. You're gonna slide your hands down your thighs, and you're gonna try to get your knees right over those ankles, and then nice support here in this sumo squat stance. I want you to go ahead and get this nice rock back and forth, really getting some movement in that pelvis, in those hips, getting some strength here too. If you want to, you can also bring those hands to your heart, bring them forward, bring them out, whatever you want. Good, and then go ahead and hold it to the center. Inhale, arms up, and then exhale to our sumo, to our goddess. Good, inhale up, two more. Exhale, open. One more time, inhale, lift, and exhale, open. Good. Take those hands right back to your thighs, and then I want you to press open those thighs just a little bit more, and then drop your right shoulder to your left thigh, really opening through that spine, pressing through the hip. Good. Inhale to the center, exhale to the other side. Woo. So good. Inhale, center, exhale, switch. One more, inhale, and exhale. Really working those quads here. You feel it? I feel it. Back to the center, inhale, arms up, reach. And then exhale, toes come forward, flat back, and reach all the way forward, and then come down to our wide-legged forward fold. If you have your blocks, now's a good time to also use them. Bring them in, lengthen that spine. Everything feels good. Nice, and if you want to, you can go ahead and fold a little bit deeper. Option here, reach your arms forward, grab your ankles, reach them behind you, or interlace your fingertips behind your back. Whatever is calling for you today, find that fold. Take a couple deep breaths. Go ahead and take your hands to the center. Lift up halfway, half lift, block or no block, up to you. And then when you're ready, left arm comes up, nice gentle twist, lengthen through the spine, and then all the way back down. Switch. And down. One more each side, switch. Release. And last one, switch. And release. Good. From here, all you're gonna do is toe heel those feet a little bit more than hip width apart, and then bring those toes out, heels in, coming into Malasana. So super low squat. If you are finding that this is intense, you can stack your blocks and sit here, super, super comfortable. You can also go one side. Just make sure that you are stable. We don't want the blocks collapsing on us, especially right now. That's not a good thing. So the 2 blocks at low setting is great. So come here into your malasana. If you are sans block, with block, whatever, you want to make sure your heels are down. That way we can tap a little bit deeper into that pelvis, into that hip. Wherever you are, hands come to your heart, and then press your elbows into your knees. Get it nice and open. If you're seated, I want you to do a couple of these, just like this, knees in, knees out, using that elbow. If you are without the block, I just want you to rock side to side. Yeah? Good. Try to lengthen that spine. Keep it breathing. Keep it going. You're doing great. Awesome. And then go ahead and pause right here. We're gonna add one more element, and you can take it if you like. If not, leave it. You're gonna open up those foot books again, side to side, really diving deeper into those hips. Ooh, one of my favorite moves, this external rotation really opens up the top of the pelvis. It feels so good. One more each side. And then go ahead and hold it to the center. Awesome. Hands down, hips up, and then go and shake out those hips. Good. When you're ready, toe heel your feet together, and then just go ahead and make your way into a seated position on the mat, however that's comfortable. You're going to go ahead and take your feet forward. I'm going to face this way. Take your feet forward, knees to the sky, and all we're gonna do is feet come a little bit off the width of the mat, and we're just gonna go ahead and practice these knee drops, giving our hips a little bit of external rotation. Sometimes people think, you need to do all open, wide hip squats to open up the hips. Hip squats, that didn't make any sense. I'm thinking like 8 words ahead, but somehow also 8 words behind. It's a confusing day. Real quick, go ahead and hold one knee down here and then sit with that for a second. But it's good to manipulate the hips in the external rotation and the internal rotation to really get mobility. So mobility comes in many different ways and shapes and forms. For our hips, we just want to make sure that we can move all the directions because baby is going to come out and it needs space. Switch it other side. Good. And if you're ever running low on time and you can't tap into the video, just incorporating a couple of these movements that we flowed through today is perfect. You don't need a lot. You just need to make sure you're doing something, anything. It's all good. But I actually would prefer if you were here with me because it's more fun. Okay. All right, go ahead and come into a seated position, bring those legs up. And then what you're gonna do is come into a mermaid sit. So one leg is bent forward and the other leg is bent to the back like a mermaid. Ah, okay. All you're gonna do here is you're gonna take, so our left knee is the one that is in front of us. So left knee's forward, left arm goes up. You're gonna just give me a nice little side bend here, opening up through the side body, creating some more space here. Take a deep breath. Good, and release. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bend. Good, and you should feel some work happening in those hips too in this movement. And then go ahead and take the left hand down right next to your hip and then just lift both hips up, everything up. Big stretch here through the front of hip, quads, and then back down. Good, 2 more times. Reach and down. Last one, big reach and down. Good. Switch sides. So right knee's forward this time, left leg is back, and we're seated, we're feeling good. I forgot to mention this on the other side, but if you find that this is really intense, you can always fold up a blanket, sit on it, give yourself some space, and then it may not feel as intense, but now you know. Okay, right leg is up, right arm comes up, inhale, reach, exhale, fold to the side. Good, reach, and fold. One more reach, and fold. Good. From here, arm comes down towards your hip, and then left arm overhead, open up through the hips, through the quads, and then right back down. Good, 2 more. And down. Good, last one here, reach. And down. Amazing. Good. Go ahead and take those legs in front of you, and then you're going to use your hands, grab under your thighs, and then assist yourself into a wide-legged position. Words are hard today. That's all I'll say. Good. From here, you're going to go, and again, too, if this feels intense, take a blanket, place it under, or bring your legs a little bit closer together where it's more manageable. You don't want to overstretch, you don't want to do anything crazy. When you're here, all I want you to do is take those feet and just bring them forwards and backwards, as in forwards towards me and then back away from me. Or we can call these windshield wiper legs, whatever you want. We just want to feel our hip joint here, working through that internal and external rotation. It's something a little different. It's fun. Good. And then go ahead and keep those toes facing the sky. Inhale, arms up, and then just exhale, gently fold forward as much as is comfortable in this time of life. Maybe your hands stop here, maybe you crawl forward, maybe you even have your block and you're resting on that. Whatever you want. It's good, it sounds good to me. Good, friends. Take a couple more deep breaths here. Good. Slowly peel yourself all the way up. If you feel good, you can totally pause this video and just keep going. Grab under your thighs and gently guide your legs back into a comfortable seated position. Take your hands on top of your knees, roll your shoulders back a couple of times, lengthen your spine, and go ahead and close your eyes for just a moment. As you're here, I want you to really enjoy this moment fully and completely to yourself. Find the peace in a chaotic day, week, month. And I want you to think of one affirmation, one saying, one phrase, one thing that is positive that you can repeat that will bring you peace, calmness, empowerment, confidence. Whatever that affirmation is, continue to repeat it, continue to believe it, and allow it to resonate. It can be about you, your life, your baby, birth, labor, all the things, whatever is calling to your heart right now. Find it and hold on to it. Take both hands on top of your heart. Release all the breath. Take one big breath in. And a sigh of relief. Thank you so much for being here. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Yay. Awesome work, my friends. If you have any questions, let me know. Pop them down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and that's it. I will see you so soon. Take care.